Hello everybody, welcome out to another video on LeanTakt, and I want to show you a killer example that we just came up with a really great contractor. They're a civil contractor, and I was just blown away at this. So let me take you through this. This is for a crew that is installing a 20-foot section of pipe water main with a trench box, so pretty deep. And then there's another crew that's installing 20-foot sections under 5 feet. So you see on the time scale on the takt plan up here, we have every 5 minutes. So that's 7, 7:05, 7:10, 7:15, 7:20. And then it goes up to 8 o'clock, 8:05, 8:10. So the time scale up here is in minutes, literally every 5 minutes. And the space, this is stationed. So imagine a long run of pipe right down the side of a road, and this is at 20 feet, 40 feet, 60 feet, 80 feet, 100 feet, 120 feet, so on and so forth. So the way this was planned was with shoulder closure, set trench box, excavate to grade, install pipe, backfill. There's string pipe activities. There's other activities in here that are a part of the legend. There's the crew composition down here with the number of crews, and then basically the plan for making improvements. Now, if you've ever read the book, The Bottleneck Rules, and you're following those production laws, then you know that you have to find and optimize bottlenecks. So at the beginning of this sequence, what we found out was that the trench box, setting the trench box, was actually the bottleneck in this activity. So we were able to find that and then delineate between backfill that was needed for the trench box and then backfill that was not needed, where the trench box could move forward and the rear crews, the rear hoe, the mini-X could actually put an extension on the end of the hoe and actually backfill on a flat surface. So once that was realized, the plan became, the forward hoe levels off above the pipe. That's these four segments of 5 minutes in the takt time scale. Use the mini-X for backfill after the trench box. No one's allowed in the trench where the mini-X is working. The forward hoe will start excavating, okay, right here. The ideal stagger is 20 minutes between activities, and that we would shake out pipe early on. So this is the shakeout activity ahead of work so that pipe could be ready in the morning. And then there's a thought possibly stagger lunch and then track this out in the field, see if this happens. But we were able to come up with a stagger of, and actually the ideal stagger is 25, no, hold on. We had to change it because it was 25 minutes. So let me do that. 25 minutes. Okay. So basically by the time they started, and we were able to simulate this on the board also, by the time they were able to start with the trench box and the excavation, then install the pipe, and then that forward hoe backfilled, they moved on to a different area, then that mini-X would come behind and backfill, and they would break for lunch throughout the day, and at the end of the day they had to stop and put back the traffic control, but their parameters were 9 to 3:30 was the time that they were allowed to be next to the road doing that work. So they were able to fill out this takt plan, and the takt time is every 5 minutes, and the stagger is every 25 minutes. And this plan allows everybody on the crew, everyone, meaning the track hoe operator, the pipe lader, the tail man, the heel man, the loader operator, and the foreman, to know where they should be at any given point, meaning 20 foot, 40 foot, 60 foot, 80 foot, at any given time throughout the day. And as long as they're working safely in a stable manner, they can track production real time as they go to plan their work, do it right, and finish as they go, right? So you're following all the production laws. We minimized the batch sizes. We were able to make sure that this was sequenced in a flow with workflow, trade flow, and logistical flow. and we're able to optimize bottlenecks, optimize the actual sequences themselves according to Kingman's formula, and reduce variation by being able to see where we're supposed to be. So this is a plan that the superintendent, foreman, and workers can all take and use as their baseline so that they can make improvements and reduce variation and fix what bugs them and see waste and see unevenness and see overburden out in the field and really get better on a day-to-day basis. This one down here was where you didn't need the trench box, so we were able to come up with an ideal sequence and find out the ideal times for stringing pipe and setting the fire hydrant where it didn't interrupt the sequence. So I thought this was too cool to not share it. This is, minute by minute takt planning. It works with civil. It's fantastic. On we go.